The great cat sat on the high stool next to the metal bars. It took him a couple of seconds longer to climb up than it used to, and a couple of seconds more to settle in his seat. The stool, not really high, but high enough to annoy him, stood mockingly. It stared the beast down, for it was now stronger than he. There was a time when the beast's strength was compared to that of 20 men. There was a time when his roar shook the walls of his cage and rang across the tent that he was dragged to at a young age. His temper was always watched, and his fangs were always feared. There was a time when he was called Your Majesty by all. The great cat sat on the high stool next to the metal bars. His forearms trembled and his head fell, too weak to defy gravity. The lungs that once fueled the great roar wheezed and withered inside his chest, and the fangs that struck fear in all others hid inside his tired mouth. The lights, bright and demanding, shined above his head. The petty, easy, excitable humans started cheering. They screamed and shouted and clapped for the beast and his trainer. The trainer, an overweight, loud mongrel, gave a bow to the other insects and struck his long whip on the floor next to the ex-king. His job used to be hard. He was the one who would jump through fire and walk on thin planks across the stage. He was the one who would skip over his sisters and dance with the mongrel. He was the star of the show. Now, he would stay on his mocking stool, waiting for one trick where he would get off his stool and up another next to the young one whose fangs were still new to him and whose lungs were filled with roar. Another night of the jumps and the cheers passed, and His Majesty was allowed back inside his cage. Dinner was served, and he took his time chewing his meat on the side of his jaw that didn't hurt as much. The young one walked in front of him, a snare in his mouth and a strut in his step. "You are done, old man." His eyes smiled as he paced back and forth in the cage that was too small to wear his energy out. The king has lost his strength, his arms, his lungs, his roar, and his jaws, but he hasn't yet lost his anger. His temper was the one trait that managed to remain untouched, and he, an old king with a withered claw, pounced. The young one, quick and smart, saw the slow king's attack coming. He jumped out of the way and dug his claws into the frail skin. At the same time, the royal duel had begun. Fangs, yellow and white, bore, showing the anger of the old and the ego of the young. An orb formed in the sand of the iron cage as both fought for the imprisoned throne. They jumped at the same time. Seems that age and time don't change the tactics of battle. The two unfazed went for the kill. They tried to sink their teeth in each other's necks and end the battle quickly, but the king's experience and the cub's strength prevented the easy win. They scratched, clawed, and bit each other in a fire of anger and determination. Neither of them faltered. Neither of them gave in. The young cub pushed on, trapping the king between his claws and the iron bars. He growled at the frail beast, sniffing him for fear and remembering his scent for glory. The king saw his death in his young eyes, but his royal blood refused to falter. Royal blood, old and new, went for the battle of their lives. Only one could come out of this with their lungs functioning. Not a step was taken in retreat. The king summoned the strength in his arms, the arms that were now too frail, the arms that were now failing him, and pushed the young one off of him. Before even catching his breath, he ran, joints hurting, and flew for the young beating throat of the arrogant cub. It has been a while since his last kill, and of a fellow king. It had been a while since he felt like royalty. He relished the few seconds when the child's throat was between his teeth, that sank his fangs through the layer of hair and sinew. As the king growled a low moan of triumph, he thanked his body for not failing him. The king, too tired, lied in the middle of the circle of sand, and his heart stopped. Thank you.